Assalamu alaikum guys. In this video we will talk about routing, and we will talk about especially about this route methods, view parameters and name routers. So let's start. First of all, we must make sure that our Laravel application is starting serving. So we'll say PHP artisan serve here, and if we open this address localhost, as we can see here, we have this view or this page, right? So from where Laravel access to this page. Let's open our project, and inside this routes from its name we will find a file called web.php. And if we notice here, Laravel says this page or this file for accessing to our applications pages from browser, right? From web, as we can see here, not from APIs and so on. And Laravel says here, when anyone try to access to root project or root path, we will return view. So I will comment it, and I want to say return 123, right? Back to our page, and when I refresh it, as we can see, it returns 123. So if we want to create a new root, we will say root, right here, get. So I will use get method, not post or put, right? And I want to say, for example, slash or without slash Laravel boy. And the second parameter is action or the functions that will be executed after accessing to this root. So I will say, for example, return Laravel boy as a string here. Don't forget to add semicolon. And now let's try to access our application address slash Laravel dash boy here, and as we can see, it returns Laravel boy string. What if we try to non-existing root, for example add random here, it returns not found page, right? Because the page is actually not found. So what about this page return view? Here I will add again, because this root is our index page or the main page of our application, it returns a view. So from where this welcome view loaded, we will open resources here folder, then views, because it returns a view from views folder under resource. And let's remove it quickly, and if we notice here, it returns welcome. So we have here a file called welcome.blade.php, but if we want to return it, you just write welcome. By the way, this .blade.php in Laravel, if we want to create a HTML or dynamic page, it must be .blade.php. So for example, let's say root, right, get first, I will say function, and return view hello. And if I try to access my application slash first here, I will say slash first, I will receive an error. So he says the view called hello not found. So we must create it inside our views folder. Then I will say hello.blade.php. This is called Laravel template, right? .blade.php. And this is a normal HTML page. So now if I try to refresh my page, because it's blank, I will add maybe some things here. HTML, I will say hello world, refresh, as we can see, it returns a HTML or dynamic page. Now what is the next topic is parameters. So here we can pass URL parameters. We can say, for example, slash maybe ID, and each parameter here for this dynamic query, it may be 1 2 3, maybe alphabetics and so on, we must have it inside the parameter of this function. So I will say ID also, and if we try to access it, it will throw 404 because we must provide an ID. So I will say 1 2 3, right? Even let's return this ID here, return ID, the provided ID, refresh, returns 1 2 3, www here, for example, or anything, right? Also there is other methods for root, as I said, like post. We use it for submitting forms. Then when I try to access this page, I will get an error here because I am trying to get it from the browser without submitting any form. Also, he says here very detailed message that supported methods is post. Also, we may have put for updating. Also, we may have delete, or HTTP methods: get, post, delete, update, and patch, right? And don't forget, the only page or the only method to access from the browser is get. So refresh, it works now. Just quickly about root methods and parameters. If you found it useful, support me by clicking on like, share, and subscribe. See you in next videos.